What is up, YouTube? Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be having a Blast from the Past review. I might make this a series because I have several old figures, well, old in comparison, that we can compare new figures to. So, if y'all want to see more of this, comment, subscribe, and like the video, and hopefully I can get some more videos out soon. So, today we're going to be talking about a toy from the 80s, something that probably an old-fashioned Transformers fan at least had once in their Transformers collection. And we are talking about Blaster. Now, this is not the version that I'm going to be looking at, the older version, but this is who he is. This is the staple figure for Blaster, in my opinion. I think this is a perfect figure for Blaster. I think it perfectly captures his character, and it's a very, very well done figure. Quite a little bit, as T-Cog Productions could put it, a little bit boring. And after playing with him a little bit more, I understand that. Like, there's nothing very exciting about him. Like, he is just your modern Voyager with a couple of little quirks. Like, he has a man in his chest. But, he's a good figure nonetheless, and I still recommend picking him up. But today, we're not going to be reviewing these separate figures. Today, we're going to be reviewing this guy, who is an absolute behemoth. Gotta move the camera up. So this is the reissued 80s Blaster, I'm pretty sure. Like, this is, like, maybe one of the first Blaster figures, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not one of the first, but this is a very old Blaster figure. So we're going to be comparing this guy to this guy. Not which is the better figure, because obviously it's going to be this one, you know. This guy has a knee bend, and this guy's a brick. So basically, though, we're just going to be talking about, like, what Hasbro's changed, the plastic quality, articulation, what areas they developed, and what areas they kind of lost from the 80s. Now, if I'm correct, I'm going to keep on saying 80s, because that's what this character's from in my eyes. Like, if I'm saying it wrong, just ignore it, or correct me down in the comments, whatever. So let's get started right into the view. I'm going to try to make this a fast one. So let's move this Blaster out of the way, and let's go back to the original. So as you can see, this is what a old Transformer figure would look like. It's the best way when I describe it to my parents is that it's derpy, but I love it. This thing is an absolutely terrible figure. But yet, I recommend this more than anything I've ever recommended. It's such a weird and funky experience that everyone at least needs to have this Blaster figure at least once. To play with, to transform, you need to feel this experience, because this is it's an adventure, to say the least. So let's just go on to articulation, and we'll talk about paint and all that. So this is, I gotta move the camera again. This guy's huge. So this is the head sculpt. Okay. So this is the head sculpt. Not very well done. Like, it doesn't look like G1 very much. But I mean, compared to Blaster, I mean, you can see it a little bit. You can see it just a tiny bit. This one is the better head sculpt though. But I don't mind it. I mean, apart from the fact that he was dropped on his head when he was a baby. Boy, that's flat. Now my hand's not want to pick it up. There we go. Boy, that's flat. So anyways, though, you get a little swivel joint right here. So this can go all the way around. Due to transformation, you can go like that and look all the way up. Due to transformation, you do have these joints right there. So if you want to have him be Long Arms McGee, he can be Long Arms McGee. If you want his arms to look a little bit slimmer, let me move down the camera because he's daggone huge. If you want his arms to be a little bit slimmer, not that blocky style, let me just... This is not a Transformer. I'm going to compress him just for the sake of the video. If you want him to have slim arms, you can move these in and have him like this. Now, articulation of the arms is very limited, but it is there. You can have this. This goes all the way around. And then this can kind of go out like that much, but then you can start hearing that and the plastic squeak, so I don't recommend doing that. And then this can compress due to transformation. The wrists have a swivel, but once you start swiveling them, they're going to go inside, so I just recommend keeping them in a static pose. You have the two little levers right here that work. And then the legs, if I can move these, the legs go full splits, surprisingly, but that's mostly due to transformation. They can go up, like they can jiggle, they can compress, and he does have a toe bend, if you would want to count it that. So transformation, for an older figure, probably not that bad. I don't have many older figures to compare it to. I mean, if you want to compare it to like the old Fallen figure or something, or Transformers Prime Megatron, or Starscream, I mean, it's not good articulation, but for what they had during that time, I'm not mad with it. And seeing this really surprised me. Like, that's a metal bar. Like, that's actual metal. Like, maybe it's die-cast, but not die-cast. But, that's metal. And, like, I was flabbergasted when I saw this, because this guy would never have that. A modern Transformer would never just have two giant pieces of metal, so I thought that was neat. Those arms are really secure. So, the plastic is not, it's not bad. I mean, there's some parts that are squeaky, like this right here. I don't trust very much. The back's fine, like, this guy definitely has more weight than this guy, like, this one's hefty. But that's basically it for articulation. So let's just get over some of the gimmicks he has, or some of the details he has. So you can see that there's a off switch, a play, eject. There's a on and off switch right here. Now, the button's a little bit funky. You can press this one, here, click, and it doesn't do anything, but you gotta press this one right here, or this one. Nope, not that one. You gotta press this one. That opens it up. You can see everything inside that, all the springs, how everything works. I really would have loved if G1 cassette bot would have been really cool, I think. To have like this derpy 80s style Transformer have a cassette. I feel like that'd be really cool. But you can give him a cassette if you want to rob Legacy/Kingdom Blaster. You can take him and put Eject in there and have him in there. He is a little bit small, but if you want to do it, it's your toy to do it. So let's get on transformation, and then we will discuss the modern blaster. So this one's going to be very simple. I'm going to do this one on camera. You're going to take the arms like that. Fold the wrist, not fold the wrist, but swivel the wrist. Put the wrist in, pop that up. Very satisfying transformation. Take the head and just swivel it back there. Then you want to... I did not do that. Ah! We lost light! Oh, God. My camera setup is not very well. My light just attacked the camera. Okay, let's get back to this. And you're going to want to pull this thing out right there. Push the toes in. Same thing right here. And now we can get to the really cool part. Swivel the leg up. Take it right here. Then you're done with that side. Well, you want to make sure that's in. Then you want to take this side. Pull that up. Put it in. And let me move the camera down. You want to take this little black bar right here. Put it right there. And slide it across. And there is his boombox mode. This is actually really cool, and transforming it is very, very satisfying. It's just, this is a cool figure. I mean, like I said, it's not anything compared to, like, the mainline Optimus that I have on this box right here, the Yellow Porg, Optimus Primal, Starscream in the back. It's not compared to that, but if you take away all these figures, this is a good toy. I mean, if this is all you can afford, if this is all you can find, if you find it at a yard sale or something, I recommend getting it. Personally, I found this at a church that I was visiting, that they were giving away toys to, so I grabbed one. Because they had like 5 of them, and I figured, why the heck not? Might as well take it home, and if I don't enjoy it, I can just give it to somebody else or just spread the good fortune. But I decided I wanted to keep him because he's actually a pretty good figure and I enjoy playing with him. So if you can find these, if you can find this guy, I would recommend getting it. I mean, he's like $40, I think, like on Amazon and Walmart and all that. Or at least where I'm at, he's like $40. But I would recommend picking this guy up. He's really fun, and it does really it makes you think very hard about how Hasbro has upgraded their stuff. So, speaking of upgrades, let's move this guy out, and let's move in Kingdom / Legacy Blaster. Now, the reason I'm saying Kingdom / Legacy is because this guy is literally the exact same in Kingdom and Legacy. And I don't remember if this guy is Kingdom or if I got him in Legacy. So that's why I'm saying Kingdom / Legacy. So just deal with it. Anyway, though, this guy's going to be really fast because he's been in stop motion before. Everybody knows him. The other guy's kind of reclusive. So let's talk about this guy. So paint's better, plastic's better, articulation's better. I gotta say details, though. It lacks in the chest area, I would say, because there's not any pause button. Well, on the back there is. But there's not pause buttons like there was on this thing, like right under the buttons. So I guess that is pretty, I guess that sucks for the chest mode, or for the chest here. But if you turn around, you do have a fast forward, replay, volume dial. So volume dials and all that, this one does it better. But I wish that there definitely was more details. But I'm not upset about it. It's just a little nitpick I have. Let's get on articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, so it can look that far up, that far down. It can swivel all the way around. He can go side to side. His arms can go all the way around. And a miracle, an absolute innovative technique. His arm can go out. This guy couldn't do that. And so his arm can go out all the way. He does have a 90 at the elbow. I forgot what that was called for a second. 90 at the elbow. He does have a swivel right here that can go all the way around. Due to transformation, he does have this thing, which is very useful if you want to press his own buttons. And you can get him in some pretty cool poses like that. Like running poses, maybe. Stuff like that. I like it, though. I'm glad they did it like that. Then, due to transformation, the arms, the wrists do not have a swivel, but they can go in that much and out, well, that much. So, if you want to have them have a broken arm, Ratchet, you can have him have a broken arm. So, no kind of ab crunch. He does have a waist swivel that is smooth and tight. So, very good for stop motion. I enjoy animating with Blaster a lot. He does have a bend right here. Well, not a bend. But as I can go up that much, back that much. This butt flap's annoying. He does have a thigh swivel that can go all the way around. Now, this thigh swivel is kind of, like, really, goodness gracious, he's a mess. It's really smooth for me, kind of loose, really. It's hard to pose him because his legs just kind of go, near. I mean, it's just, it's rough sometimes. He can do the full splits, so you can have Gymnast Blaster. Oh, wait. There you go. We can have Gymnast Blaster. He does have a 90-degree right here, but here's a weird thing I figured out. If you want to mistransform him from the front, I am completely dead wrong and ignore what I'm saying. I am inaccurate. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm not insane. Yep, I'm insane. Never mind, I'm wrong. I think right. He does have an ankle tilt, which is right here, so I like the way that they did this. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but the way that this stuff is right here, if you leave it there, anything past that looks weird, but if you leave it there, it looks designed to do that. Like, it's not just a clean cutoff like some figures are. You know. Did not mean to do that. His button is very sensitive. And then due to transformation, he does have a toe tilt that is ratcheted in 2 spots. And those 2 spots are inside this, right here, and right there. If you want to force it, you can get this right here. But it feels like that it's kind of straining the plastic, so I don't recommend doing that. But I mean, if you want to have ballet blaster, let me say that I can do this. If you want to have ballet blaster, you can. Where he's like periodic. I'm not even going to try to say that, but you can, so. But I don't recommend doing that, though, because it feels like it's stressing the plastic, and I would hate to break him. And then that's basically it. Now this is probably my main problem with Blaster here. This cassette button is very sensitive. I'll give that function to the old one, because that old one's not going to go off if you accidentally hit it. This guy, when I was animating with him, that's the main problem I have, is that his button, you can breathe on it, and that sucker opens. And there's no kind of second thought about it, which is good for like when you're wanting to play with it, but when you're animating with it, you're trying to pose it, it's very, very annoying. That one button can change a lot in stop motion. So now, I didn't know if you noticed, but I pulled out his cassette. So this is what the cassette looks like. Transparent plastic, nice blue color, nice yellow color. I really, really like this, and it looks very good in light. Now, you don't have to worry about this. Like, this is not, I'm going to transform him, by the way. This is not transparent plastic that is going to break. So, if you feel worried about it, sorry for the awkward pause. I'm trying to get blasters. You know what? We've all seen his cassette before. He's not going to have a head this time. Anyways, though, if you really want to, you can pose the little guy a lot. I would just say be careful, because even though it is a thick plastic, we all know the absolute nightmare it is when plastic starts weakening, where it starts getting stress marks and all that, and it breaks your heart, really. So for this, I would just recommend being careful. What is going on with this? I'm having to grab a pin. Let me just get a screwdriver. Lord. But, it is still just a tiny little guy that they probably spent like $5 on. So, if you want to play with him, don't be afraid to pose him. Don't be afraid to mess with him. But don't go trying to chew on him, or don't go stepping on him or giving him to your dog. I mean, he is transparent plastic, but it's pretty thick. I've played with this guy a lot because I like this guy. I haven't been scared, but just, again, be careful. Don't do anything dumb with it. Don't go hitting it with a hammer and saying, oh, Levi said that it's thick plastic. It's not going to break. If you hit it with a hammer, it's going to break. So, anyways, though, so articulation for this guy, he has a swivel right here. You can go up and out, yada, yada. Swivel, swivel again. Everything is tight on this guy, which is very good. 90 at the elbow. Full split. Well, more than the full split, but you can't get more than that because the arms are awkward. That much forward, that much back. He does have a incredible knee bend, so you can have this guy pose like a ninja. Yeah, it's your toy if you want to. So I really like the cassette bot. I think it's very neat, and I want to get the shattered glass version. Like, I might go hunt on Macari later and see if people are selling his cassette separately. But, yeah, that is the Kingdom/Legacy Blaster. Now, this video is getting too long, so I'm going to cut out this transformation. If you want to see it, go check out just some sort of viewer, and we'll be right back. And here is Kingdom/Legacy Blaster in his boombox mode. So, obviously, I do prefer this guy over the other version. This is a way better version. If you want a really good blaster figure, I would say this. But even then, I say get the old one. Get both. It doesn't hurt to have multiple of the same figure, and it's not like that this guy is going to replace that guy. But the old figure is just, it's fun. Like I said, it's an absolutely terrible figure. Its articulation is that of a sponge on the side of a sink. But it's a fun figure. I found myself, personally, picking this one right here up more than this one. Because it's fun, it's different, it's unique. It's very, very simple, and the transformation is so seamless that I can do it while I'm talking, and that's not supposed to fall off. But it's really just, it's a fun figure. So if you just want to have a fun Transformer where you're not worried if the paint's going to scratch, if the transformation's too long, if can I do this before I leave, stuff like that, get this figure. It's a fun figure that it's just fun to fiddle with, and it really makes you goodness. It's really neat to see something that they had worked so much on from the 80s to 2023. So, if you want a neat figure that is just fun to play with, get the old one. If you want an actual G1 blaster, I would recommend getting this guy. I think that this is a pretty perfect figure, considering the fact that it's a Voyager and all that. And it was definitely like out of the Kingdom line and all that. It was one of the heaviest hitters for me. Definitely. Like Earthrise Optimus and all that was awesome. So was Siege Megatron. The refractor triplets were pretty good. I didn't get the figure, but they looked awesome. I plan to get them soon. But like I said though, get both. Definitely get both. If I can recommend an old figure more than this, I'll let y'all know. I have not seen one yet, because this old Blaster figure is just that well done. So, if y'all have enjoyed this review, make sure to like, share, and comment. And once I get done transforming Blaster, there he is. I will see y'all next time. Bye.